Great win for our team. Really proud of the way our guys prepared for this. I thought we had 2 great days of practice. Obviously the Virginia loss took some energy out of us. I thought we competed extremely hard in the game. And I thought we played hard in really 5 of the 6 halves leading up to tonight. But we knew we wanted to get a win tonight. Thought our seniors, especially the 2 guards, were outstanding. Shelton really took care of it, 9 assists, no turnovers, and Marquise got going early and was obviously a huge factor at the beginning of both halves. We were outstanding and played about as well as we can play. So good win against a team that really defends well. They're hard to score against. So I thought we played a great game offensively tonight.
Coach, that zone of theirs was so effective against Syracuse. What would you do so well against that, especially early?
I thought we had good ball movement. I thought we mixed some things in, some motion cutting, a couple sets. Got a nice mix of some threes. I thought we got to the middle some. I thought we got to the post a little bit. Thought our guys were patient. We had a couple bad possessions in the second half, but sometimes that's going to happen when you face it as much as we face it in this, in the game, because they play it a lot and they change it. So it's not, every possession you know exactly what you're going to get. So your guys got to make adjustments on the fly. And I just thought we got a lot of nice, different options out of our zone offenses tonight.
Sure, you knew coming in, you probably needed to get off to a fast start. You needed Marquise to play well. Just how easy to get both of those.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, I think he's had a couple tough shooting games, and obviously teams are guarding him hard. I thought Shelton did a really good job of finding him some, and I thought we ran a couple nice things for him, and he jumped up and made shots, and things look better. There are some of the shots that we got against Virginia, we just didn't make them, and today we did. And sometimes when you make a couple early, it makes it easier for the next guy because he's seen a couple balls go in, and that's really, I thought, part of what happened to us today.
Brad, Banks seemed to get going later in the game, but it seemed like the first half you guys had the inside of the paint under control. What was it you were doing to keep him out of the paint?
I think we didn't have our pickup point was a little bit back. We weren't out getting extended. They run a lot of the Princeton action, and there's a lot of back cutting, and it's easy to get back cut. A lot of times in their possessions, they're great cutting off the post, whether he's low, whether he's high. There's always somebody cutting to the basket. And so I thought we did some good things that way. When you have a lead, then it's hard. Guys start deep. Guys who are behind then get a little more aggressive sometimes. And defensively then you're trying to guard hard without fouling. And the mentality of the offense is you don't have as much to lose. And so guys, that's part of the reason why there's so many comebacks. It's almost like the mentality changes when you get down double figures. You just get in attack mode. I thought they did a good job of that. And, obviously, the end of the first half, we kind of let some things get away from us when Eli got into foul trouble. And then in the second half later, they hung in there by kind of getting to the basket a little bit. And we were just kind of didn't want to give up threes because we got a lead. So now we're just kind of playing individually on the ball and trying not to foul. And sometimes we did. And it's just harder to guard that way.
Brad, after the last 2 days of practice, did you feel like your guys' minds were in the right place?
Yeah, I did. I thought we guys have approached things well. I said early in the week we did a little bit of extra 20-minute skill for a couple days. That's not like what changed everything, but we asked, small amount more. And those guys have been focused and working hard. You can see a little bit at the end. Shelton was dragging his leg a little bit at the end, last 7 or 8 minutes. Our team, it hasn't been easy for this year's team, especially our seniors. Eli's had a sprained ankle and is now kind of past that. Shelton's still dealing with the knee some. Keese is, mostly past the knee, but obviously it's still, you can see him, he's gingerly cutting every once in a while, and there's nothing wrong with it, but he's got to trust it. And I just think there's a lot of things that, that go into some things that make it hard. And your guys got to try to be resilient. We had some tough games against great teams, and I'm proud of the way our guys have continued to fight and practice. And, it was good to see them rewarded with playing well today.
Coach, obviously Marquise had a career night. How big were you relying on Amir in the second half tonight?
Yeah, it was good to see Amir bounce back. I felt bad for him there at the end of the first half. We moved him to the 5 because Eli was in foul trouble. Javen was in foul trouble. We gave Trey a few minutes at times in the game, but we tried to get Amir at the 5 a little bit, and we got the ball. The last 5 minutes, we ran a little bit of a unique part of our zone offense or new zone offense alignment, and we thought we got it in great places. And Amir fumbled 2 balls. He missed a shot. We missed another shot, and they kept scoring, and it was like we just lost our whole lead almost. And so to see him bounce back and make 2 big threes in the second half, I was just really, really proud of him and happy for him. Those were some big shots, and we just want him to continue to shoot with confidence, and he did, and those were big plays. David Scarr made 3 threes today and looked good on all of them, 3 out of 4. So obviously when those guys are making shots, that's why Shelton had 9 assists. And, our offense was really good. Only 10 turnovers and shot 54% against a team that a lot of teams don't shoot 40%.
Coach, how much do you think they missed Gay's presence in the paint tonight?
Some, but, I don't know. I'm not one to ever talk about guys who aren't here. Whether we have injured guys, they have injured guys. I'm sure his size would have been a factor with Amir, but Amir plays outside, so we would have kept him away from the basket. I don't know. Obviously we all want our full allotment, but it's hard in this league. You're going to have whatever injuries, suspensions, things of that nature.
Brad, you mentioned earlier in the week that John Newman, you wanted to take your hands off of John a little bit, let him play a little looser tonight when he got in the game. Did you
Yeah, I thought he
do
was
that?
fine. I made one defensive mistake that frustrated me, but energy level and he does guard the ball hard. Like he's a good on-ball defender, and we're trying to groom him a little bit to be like a David Scarr type. We think he has similar talents. He's not quite as big, so it won't be as easy, but he has the same toughness, both mentally and physically, that David does. And he has the want to defend. And so those are really good qualities. And, he had a couple plays offensively, had a great look at a 3, and he shoots the ball probably better than most people realize. And so we want him to shoot those.
How big is it psychologically to hit the road 1 and 3 rather than 0 and 4?
Yeah, it's more of just, rewarding the guys for hard work. You know what I mean? I think you work hard, and sometimes you're not rewarded, with a win, and it's just not as easy to always go back to work excited. And when you're not excited like that, you don't get better. And so you need to have the energy. And I talked a lot to my team today about our spirit. The last thing I said leaving the locker room was spirit. I want us to be a team that plays with spirit. We're going to show people that despite some losses, we're still a very spirited group, and we're competing, and we're going to have good body language, and we're going to fight, and we're going to have energy. And for most of the game, I thought we did that. And so I was really proud of our team.
Any more questions?
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
Coach.
Yeah, thank you.